Hello and welcome back to the channel. It is time for another Carabao Cup final. This time we take on Newcastle and hopefully we can rectify the wrongs of last year and win our first cup trophy of the save. Before we get into the video, please leave a like on it, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below, and now let's get into our second cup final in consecutive years. Let's go. And before we get into it, just a quick recap of what has happened since we were last here. Obviously, in the last episode, we beat Man City 6-0 in the second leg of the cup semi-final. Since then, we lost 1-0 against Watford in a freak game straight after that semi-final. Drew 1-1 with Newcastle, beat Wolves 2-1, beat Burnley 3-0, beat Leeds 3-2, a Federico Prilla hat-trick, 3-0 victory over West Ham, which is kind of a shock result considering how badly they've been beating us recently, and then a 5-1 defeat last time out against Liverpool. That means that the league table looks like this. We are still in second place. We are 4 points clear of Man City, but they do have a game in hand. We have 8 points to 5th place Newcastle, so we're in a good position with 11 games to go in the league to secure Champions League football. We've also had the draw for the Europa League second knockout stage. We play Sparta Prague, go away to them on the 8th of March. That'll be in the next episode, playing them the following week at home. Hopefully we can progress in that. And then in terms of the stats, Federico Prilla has 28 goals in 27 games, and the assists, Wubisek Tunjo has 12 assists in 28 games. Those are the top two in terms of stats for this season. Hasn't really been a backup in terms of goal scorers. Thomas Kozl's got 9, Hudson Enrique has 8, Ryan Dunn has 7. No one yet has hit double figures, although I expect some of these guys to hit double figures before the season ends. And one final bit of information to give before we get into the game is that Peter Wadsworth has got 18 clean sheets this season, which equals Marcelo Formosano's record in the 31-32 season. So it does show that getting rid of Formosano, bringing in Peter Wadsworth, well, say bringing him into the first team and giving him game time has really been the right decision, because he has been exceptional this season. 31 goals conceded in 38 games, 18 clean sheets, 7.24 average rating. He has been absolutely phenomenal for us. And this is the last thing before we get into the team lineup for today's episode. Our run to the Carabao Cup final, a 2-0 victory over Watford, Kozl and Bruni getting the goals there. We then went to Burnley and beat them 4-0. Federico Prilla, Wubisek Tunjo and Anthony Russell's grabbing the goals. 3-3 draw with Leeds, but going through on penalties. Federico Prilla, Harold Brunig and Thomas Kozl in a freak last 20 minutes or so finished that game 3-3 in 90 minutes, and we went on to beat them on penalties. And then that freak tie against Man City again in the last episode, the 1-1 draw away at the Etihad, Nikita Roger getting the goal there, and then the 6-0 demolition back at Villa Park. Thomas Kozl, Hudson Enrique, Federico Prilla, Baptiste Dubois, Jamie Brown, and I think it was it Ryan Dunn? Yes, Ryan Dunn getting the 6, and again we absolutely dominated. And Newcastle's run, they beat Carlisle 3-1 in the second round. They beat Southampton on penalties in the third round. 5-0 victory over Cardiff in the fourth round. Won on penalties against Arsenal after a 3-3 draw in the quarterfinals, exactly what we did in the quarterfinals, and then beat Manchester United 3-2 over 2 legs, beating them at Old Trafford. Fabio Navarro getting the goal there, and then a 2-2 draw back at St James's, Eduardo Camavinga, and then a goalkeeper own goal, securing their place in the final. So that is today, the 25th of February 2034. It is our second consecutive Carabao Cup final, and hopefully we can make it this time and get a victory, and it will be our first cup of this save. 13 years deep into this save, and hopefully we can secure it today. We've also brought in this guy and loaned him back out, Fabio Costa from FC Porto. £2.5 million we paid for him, rising to 19.75. He has gone out on loan to Celtic. We also got rid of Gaston Saruco to Lyon for £11 million, which funded that deal. Fabio Costa can play all down that right side and can play up front as well. Very versatile, exactly what we need. He's now valued between 41 and 58 million pounds, so definitely going to be able to make some money off him for sure. But like I say, 19 years of age, he is a 5-star potential player, so that is really, really good for us. The team that he's going to play in this cup final is going to be this. It's going to be Peter Wadsworth in goal. It's going to be Dubois at left back, even though he has a knock. Camilo Paez is out injured as well, which means we don't have a recognised left back. So we're going to risk it, and we're going to start Dubois at left back, Suarez and Brunig in the middle, McMillan at right back, Tulio set in front of them. Midfield duo Hudson Enrique and Tunjo. Kozul on the left, Rog on the right, and Federico Perilla hopefully can continue this goal scoring form this season as he plays up front. The bench is Tamarit, Brown, Neto, Dunn, Sika, Werrison, Bauman, Kian Thomas, and Anthony Russell. And let's go and do a job here. We've beaten Newcastle before this season. We can do it again today. And let's get our first cup win of this save. And this game is underway here at Wembley Stadium. Hopefully we can do the job here. They have lined up with a 4-3-3. Prelec in goal, who we've been scouting. He is a wonderkid goalkeeper. Whether we'll want him instead of Peter Wadsworth, I don't know. Especially how Wadsworth is doing. Tunjo takes that down, and Tunjo hits a post early on here, and it's gone in. And a mistake, and Wubishet Tunjo, who hit the post initially, has scored the goal. And 13.5 minutes in, Wubishet Tunjo gives us the lead. What a start that is. Dubois with a lovely chip ball over the top. Tunjo took it down brilliantly. He's hit the post, and Mendes has just, I don't know what he's decided to do there, but he just passed it back to Tunjo and said, here you go, mate, have another go. And he's just tucked it into an empty net, and we lead 1-0 here. What a start. As I was saying, Prelec we've been scouting. We thought maybe he could be a backup goalkeeper, but I don't think he'll want to come and be a backup goalkeeper. And I've got to be honest, Peter Wadsworth has done nothing to make me think that I want to get rid of him. That clearance is poor. And it's fell to Marion, and mistakes are aplenty here in the first half of this first half, and it's 1-1, 23 minutes on the clock. Marion getting the goal. Prelec's ball up. Marion was beaten to it by Suarez. His clearance was poor. Guzman then tried to play it into Marion. Suarez went to ground and just knocked the ball into the path of Marion, and Newcastle get back on level terms. It's such a weird goal here. No real hint of offside there. Perfectly timed run, but the mistake, and it is 1-1 here. They go through their team. They've got Mbom, Zabani, Hafiz, and Mendes across the back. Florentino Luis in front of them. Manga and Camavinga in the centre of midfield. And hopefully here we don't get caught out at the back as we play out nicely there. Tunjo, and he's cut out by Camavinga. Mendes can bring it forward now. Square to Hafiz. Marion. Back to Florentino Luis. Through to Guzman. 1-on-1. Gets a shot, and Wadsworth with a good save there. Out for a corner kick on this near side. And early on here, with 10 minutes to go until half time, 1.77 plays, 0.33 xg. We've been on top in terms of that, but Newcastle just look a little bit more clinical than we do. As I said, Guzman on the left, Aristides on the right, and Marion playing up front. It's half time. It's 1-1 here, and we've been slightly the better team in terms of shots and shots on target, much the better team in terms of XG, but we're just not making it count just yet. Second half underway here, and Mendes has a corner kick, puts that ball in. Tunjo heads it away. Guzman will pick it up on the right hand side, pretty deep, runs towards the byline now, looks to get the cross in. It's really weird, and Marion heads the ball over the bar there. His cross just seemed to go about 5 yards. It was not back to him, got the cross in, and Marion heads it over as we go 10 minutes into the second half, and it has been pretty quiet apart from that one highlight. We're going to probably look at making our first round of subs now. Have a look. Is anyone struggling in terms of fitness? Baptiste Dubois is. We knew that would be the case. So is Nikita Rog. And no one's really having that poor of a game. 6.66 from Perillo and Hudson Enrique, but you don't want to risk bringing Federico Perilla off, especially we know what he can do here. So we drop a little bit of encouragement. And a feast into Mendes, and Perilla cuts that out. Done now, gets towards the byline. He's got to try and find Perilla, and he does, and a feast can clear it away. And McMillan picks it back up into Tunjo, Tulio, Hudson Enrique, Kozul. Great ball through for Perilla. What a finish. Is he onside though? That is the question. My first instinct was he might have been offside. We celebrate in that corner there in front of the Villa fans. It is disallowed, and first instinct was right. Newcastle have come back into this game in terms of shots. Hudson Enrique, great ball to Kozul's first time ball. Perilla went fraction too early. It's a great first time finish though from him, and that's why you don't want to bring him off the pitch, because you know he's capable of that. 15 minutes to go now till the full-time whistle, and I think now Thomas Kozul is going to be the next player to come off. We're going to bring on Philip Bauman on at left wing, and hopefully a bit more firepower up there in those forward positions. 10 minutes to play now. It's been a pretty quiet first half, all things considered. We're going to save one of the substitutes, I think, until we go into extra time, which, as it stands, it looks like it's going to happen. It is going to happen. 94 minutes have passed. It is a 1-1 draw. Goals early on in the game. Wilshere Tunjo after a mistake, and Marion after a mistake as well. It's 1-1, 30 more minutes to play, and hopefully we can go and do a job here. Extra time is underway here. We've made a double substitution as well. We have brought on Jose Werison, and we have also brought on Sika to come on at right back, and this first half of extra time has passed without any incident as we go into the second half. Now, I'm pretty sure you only get one extra sub, don't you? I don't think you get another one, because if so, Martin Neto... Oh, we do. We get 5. So how many do we get here? Can we bring anyone else on? Can we bring someone on for Baptiste Dubois? We can, so that's 6 we've used. Any more for any more? Just looking at what we could possibly do here. Federico, I'm going to keep him on the pitch, even if we've got another substitution. I don't think we have. I can't take off our top goal scorer, 28 goals this season, even though extra time has been a complete and utter dud. Although there's going to be a highlight here with 4.5 minutes to play as Newcastle play out from the back. Zappa now. Can we put any pressure on him? Looks long. Header is won. Martin Neto into Jose Werison now. Looks forward for Perilla. Into Dunn. He tries to go past his man. Looks at through ball into Werison. Werison with a shot is a good save. I thought the substitute was going to make all the difference there. And we've got a couple of minutes left. We're going to drop a little bit of encouragement. We're going to see if we can produce anything. We have a corner late on. Martin Neto. Suarez with a header over the bar. And it looks... Oh, wait. This last couple of minutes have been a little bit hectic as Black looks that ball through for Aristides. Aristides goes back to Bello. Aristides once again. Back to Pesic. Pjevic. Pesic. Looks that ball over the top. Suarez wins header. Bauman now. There's not long left. Under a minute left. Done. Getting towards the byline. Can he put the ball in? Cleared away. Bello smashes it clear. Bauman wins header. Jose Werison back into Dunn. Dunn now. Getting towards the byline. Can he get this ball in? Tackled by Bello. Zabani. Aristides. Zabani again. Looks at White Navarro on the right hand side. There's less than 20 seconds left. Is this just going to be an end of game highlight, or is there going to be one final chance for one of these teams? Zappa goes infield to Hafiz. Is it going to be a mistake? Can we cut the ball out? I don't think we're going to. There's 5 seconds left now. This should be everything, and it is. And now it is just a job of sorting out the penalty kicks. And are we going to do it in terms of composure, penalties? I mean, so we're going to put Bauman on first. We're going to put Werison on second. Tulio is going to go on third. We are then going to put on Martin Neto as 4. Federico Perilla is going to go 5. Ryan Dunn is 6. And then we're going to go to the defenders. We're going to put Suarez next. Brunig at 8. Jamie Brown at 9. Seeker at 10. And Peter Wadsworth at 11. And time to hit the team talks. Relax, pick your spot, don't change your mind. Tulio is anxious, the only one who's anxious. Nikita Wright displaying little emotion, and it looks as if it's going to go to penalties here. Philip Bauman is going to step up first. We take the first penalty. Philip Bauman steps up, scores. It's 1-0 here. And next up is Pjevic against Peter Wadsworth, who saved a couple of penalties against Leeds in the quarterfinals. Pjevic scores 1-1 after 1 penalty apiece. And next up for us is Jose Werison off the bench. Had a good chance from distance late on. Saved by the goalkeeper. He scores his penalty 2-1. And that's what we just need to do. Keep putting that pressure on as Pesic now steps up second for Newcastle with a chance to make it 2-2. Right footed. He scores, bottom corner, beats the goalkeeper, went the right way again, did Wadsworth, but just didn't get his hand on the ball. Tulio, the only one who was a little anxious coming into this penalty shootout. Is that going to show? It does, and that is a cool penalty from Tulio. 3-2 here. And next up is the substitute for Newcastle, Black. Jack Black steps up, and he scores. Literally looked like he had a run up from the halfway line there, as he just continued to run up and hit the ball. Next up, Martin Neto, 4th for us. Getting to that crucial time now. 1 miss could be key, and Martin Neto beats the goalkeeper with his penalty. Great work from him. Next up, Fabio Navarro for Newcastle. 4th penalty taker for them. Steps up, and he smashes his in. I thought Wadsworth had got close to that there. He didn't. And 5th up, we're now pretty much down to sudden death. Federico Perilla for us. Left-footed. Hits the woodwork. And are we going to be beaten? The goalkeeper didn't even move, and Federico Perilla has missed the target. And Peter Wadsworth has to make a name for himself now against Hafiz. Are we going to lose another penalty shootout? Well, another cup final, sorry, here, this time on penalties, as a Feast steps up, sends the keeper the wrong way, and we lose yet another cup final. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Why can't we just get over the line in these cup finals? If you've enjoyed today's episode, please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. It's another cup final defeat, and we just cannot break this hoodoo in this save. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.